the last century. They will be the shelter for the world, because the storm that is coming is not just an American storm, it's a human storm. It's a global storm. And who is it that always runs in at the end to save them? It is always the American. But we are not prepared to be those people yet. We must go to God boot camp and straighten our own lives up so we can help people out in the rest of the world and guide them down the stairs and out of the building into safety. If we can say this to each other, and with firm reliance on divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor, we will then know that God is not on our side. Rather, we have put our life in shape so we know we will be on God's side. But America, there are so many things that we gaze upon that is easy to pull us off track. We cannot do these things alone. We must do them with a good spouse by our side, good friends by our side, our family being strong. And we must insist that our churches stand for things that we know are true, because they are universal and endless in nature. Stand. Take a stand. Our churches, our synagogues, our mosques, we must stand for the things that we know are true. 240 years ago, there was what was called the Black Robe Regiment. England hated the preachers. When they came, the British, they had a real hard time with the preachers. In fact, if you were a preacher, must be a big crowd because they've violated the airspace to get a shot of it. England hated the preachers. In fact, if you were a preacher, you were most likely to be killed during the American Revolution. Why? Because it was first the preacher that said, all men are created equal, that rights come from God, no government, no king. Well, we have fallen asleep as a nation, and our churches have fallen asleep. This isn't about one church or one faith over another. It is about the eternal principles of God. For 240 years, they have been absent from the American landscape. The Black Robe Regiment is back again today. These 240 men and women of all faiths are standing here today. America, it is time to start the heart of this nation again and put it where it belongs. Our heart with God. Go to your churches, your synagogues, your mosque, anyone that is not preaching hate and division, anyone that is not teaching to kill another man. But you go to those that are teaching the lasting principles. These 240 men and women from all faith represent thousands of clergy that we couldn't fit into this area that are amongst you now. Thousands that have come here to the mall to stand with America and God. And those thousands that are here represent 180 million people. There are thousands that are willing to do the right thing. But we must not have fear, and we must not get lost in politics. I know the media will make that into, and in the most crazy thing he said. We are all people that find ourselves in incredible times. We all find ourselves saying, you have made a mistake. I have made a mistake. But I come to you as someone that will declare their principles and their values. We can disagree on politics. We can disagree on so much. These men and women here don't agree on fundamentals. They don't agree on everything that every church teaches. What they do agree on is God is the answer. If today is just one day, if you make your way home, this wake-up call will fade if it was just about today. And the critics will be right that it was meaningless, that you have wasted your time. But if, in fact, you choose today to change your life and root them in faith, hope, and charity, we will change the world. If we declare that we stand for something, if we do not, to paraphrase Abraham Lincoln, the world will little note nor long remember what we said here. It's what we do from here that matters. Take the 40-day challenge and change your life. Let your children see it. Our sacred scriptures of our country, of our faith, we must seal them in clay pots. We must make sure that they are protected, just as the Dead Sea Scrolls were. Protect them. But we have our clay pots. They're our children. Teach them these things. I asked you to bring your son or daughter. Stand here. I know that if you do your job, if you pledge to yourself that you will restore honor in your own life, we will leave freedom better than how we found it. So our children can find the giant inside of them. Somewhere in this crowd, I know it. I have been looking for the next George Washington. I can't find him. I know he is in this crowd. He may be 8 years old, but this is the moment. This is the moment that he dedicates his life, that he sees giants around him. And 25 years from now, he will come not to this stair, but to those stairs. And he can proclaim, I have a new dream. That must be our goal, to raise the next great monument. America is at a crossroads. And this is the point of choice. You must choose whether we wallow in our scars. Countries make mistakes. We have made more than our fair share. But it is what you do with those mistakes. We choose to wallow in them, or we learn from the past and ask for redemption. For tomorrow, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow may never come. But we have today to make a difference. It matters not how low. It matters not where we are right now. It matters not where we have been. It's what we're doing today that makes a difference. John Newton was a slave ship captain in the 1700s. He was a despicable man. He was a man that was a slave ship captain. Need I say more? And he didn't see it in front of him. He had eyes, but he could not see the horror that he was engaged in until he was in a storm. And that's usually when people figure it out. He was in a storm on the seas, and he fell to his knees, and he said, "Lord, help us. Help us, help us, help us." And he did. But he followed through. He was changed in that storm. He went from a captain of a slave ship to a guy who wrote probably the best song for the bagpipes. He wrote Amazing Grace. For once, he was blind, but now he can see. If you are blind yesterday, you were blind 10 minutes ago, you're blind 10 minutes in the future, see what the Lord is putting in front of you now.